Hello, everyone. This is Tim Davis coming to you guys with my weekly market review. I want to record this real quick. I had a busy weekend, but I wanted to record something before I head out for the day. And today is Monday, September the 12th, 2022. And I'm just going to glance at the weekly charts because they were going to make us or break us as far as a bullish or bearish narrative. And right now we're looking at a weekly chart of the Russell 2000 futures chart. And what I want to key on this week is right where price action is now. Still in the bearish market. And every time we have these strong rallies, we normally have some type of reaction, whether it be negative or positive. Right now, each one of the indices are right back at a decision point. Price action on the weekly chart, so right back at their 20-period moving average with Fed speak coming this week, or even the Fed rate decision coming this week, I believe. So this week is going to be pretty interesting. Does price action rally again and break out above this 20-period moving average in a strong way and break above this level right here, which is where we had a pivot point over the past, I guess, month or so. Weekly chart, we had to see. But right now we're at a strong level of resistance on the weekly chart, with all markets still hovering in the bear market. So that's what the Russell 2000 looks like. So this week is going to be a very interesting week. Got to see if we're going to get beyond that point. One thing I want to point out is that I'm doing a lot of research this past weekend, and all the analysts that I follow, or the chartists that I follow, all was speaking about last week. There was a high level of puts being traded versus calls being traded overall. Highest level that was seen since 2008. So a lot of institutions were starting to pick up a lot of put options over the past week. So that could be a sign that there's a big shoe about to drop. So we have to see how that pans out, especially with the Fed speak coming up this week. But here in the near term, this is what our current Russell 2000 looks like. Russell 2000 futures chart looks like. Take a look at our Russell 2000 Nasdaq chart on the weekly chart. Same scenario. Right back at the 20-period moving average. So markets are at a decision point again after a short-term rally over the past week or so. So this week is going to be interesting. Right back at the 20-period moving average. So let's see if price action is going to be able to break through there, or do we continue to trade downward? And with all sentiment still looking bearish, there's a possibility that we could fail at these levels and start to trend back lower. Opposite George trend line, you see that's almost a perfect area for some resistance to start to come into play in a big way. Failure here, failure here, like that. So there's been a failure here, then a rally, pull back there, then a rally. So did we get another little bounce here and pull back, or did we break through? So that is going to be the ultimate test this week. Take a look at the S&P E-minis. Same setup here. Right back at that level, strong level of a decision point, or a strong level of resistance, right back at a 20-period moving average on a weekly chart. And our Dow Jones looks the same. Dow Jones futures chart right back at that 20-period moving average. So this is going to be an interesting week to see how price action reacts to the little short-term rally we had towards the end of the week last week, which was expected. Now take a look at the VIX futures. This weekly chart of the VIX futures. Now the VIX went above its 20-period moving average. It pulled back, and it's getting close to an area of a possible pivot point to go return higher. This has been a strong level of support right around this around 22 buck level for the VIX. Will it get that low, or do we could start to reverse right here? That's a strong possibility that we could start to reverse very, very soon, and the VIX start to head up. I think ultimately, again, here is a longer term level of resistance up here right around 32 bucks. I think the VIX is going to really take a big turn and possibly head up towards that level in the very, very near future. We could see a September is going to be probably continue to be a choppy week. Choppy month. I think October is we're going to probably could see a strong red October. So that's something to keep in mind. Strong red October for the general market. So that means just opposite of the VIX. We can start to see the VIX really start to take off here in the near future as we approach October. So keep that in mind. Look at one more, and that is the SPXA 200R, which tracks percentage of S&P 500 companies trading above that 200 moving average, and it is trying to show some strength. So again, right back at the 20-period moving average. Do we continue to rally back up to this point? Show the bulls some give the bulls some type of light or life. That's a possibility. Again, we got the Fed speak this week, so anything is possible. We could see a Fed rally and then all of a sudden another strong reversal. So again, this is going to be an interesting week to see when stocks pivot again, because I do believe they will pivot again. We believe they will pivot again. So this too, we could see price actually continue to rally before the Fed speak, and then sentiment could drop off again. So again, folks, still in this bearish market. This bear market is not over yet. It's just going to continue to have some of these short-term bear market rallies and then possibly reversals back to the downside. That's a quick review, folks. I just wanted to get this out. Didn't have time to do any deep study this weekend because I had a very busy weekend, but I wanted to at least get this brief update in here just to give some type of idea of what we could see in price action this week. We could see a continuation of a short-term rally before we start to see some reversals from levels of resistance, or we could start to reverse from where we are now because we are at a level of resistance right at 20-period moving average. When all the major moving averages and the VIX shows signs that it's possibly reaching a level of support. All right, folks, that's all I have for you guys for this week's market review. I'll try to pop back in here sometime later this week, especially after the Fed rate decision, to see where we stand, and share that information with you guys. All right, folks, enjoy the rest of your week. Have a great week, and be mindful we are still in a bear market.